Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of life coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program. We'll be right back to the show. But before we do, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, factormeals.com, where if you go to factormeals.com/unbroken50 and use the code unbroken50, you can get 50% off your first order. That's factormeals.com/unbroken50. If you're like me and you are a person who is busy trying to create a life, heal, work on their health, wealth, and relationships, and not to mention deal with the day-to-days of normal life, you do not have time to be going to the grocery store and trying to figure out what you're going to cook every single day of the week. In fact, one time I did the math and I realized I was spending over 15 hours a week at the grocery store and cooking. When I added Factor, I got to use that time for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my community, and for my business. And so if you're in the place where you need some more support in the kitchen, head to factormeals.com/unbroken50 and use the code unbroken50 to get 50% off. Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of life coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program. Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? Welcome to the Think Unbroken podcast. I'm your host, Michael Unbroken, and this podcast is about helping trauma survivors let go of the past, overcome their fear, discover their identity, become the hero of their own story, and ultimately to be unbroken. Our goal in company is to bring on guests and experts in the fields of mental, physical, and psychological health to help you overcome the past, to take back your power. And in this podcast, we are unedited and unfiltered, and we're going to give it to you real so that you can start to create massive change in your life. If you're curious about learning more outside the podcast, you can get a free copy of my book, Think Unbroken, at book.thinkunbroken.com. That's book.thinkunbroken.com, where you can get a copy of my #1 best-selling book, Think Unbroken, Understanding and Overcoming Childhood Trauma. The most important thing that you can ever do, my friends, is show up for yourself, and that's where you are today. And I appreciate you. I have massive gratitude for you. And without further ado, let's get into the show. When is the last time that you gave? I was thinking about this question about 2 months ago. And saying to myself, when was the last time I really gave? And I didn't mean like monetarily, and I didn't mean like emotionally, but when did I really give something? And I was thinking about this a lot. And as of today, I've really transformed a couple aspects of my life in regards to giving, because The truth is, I think that, well, there's two folds to this. One, and I've mentioned this before, I formally remember this moment of hearing, when you're at your lowest, give to people. And I did that for a long time. And that's honestly what Think Unbroken came from, was that just me feeling low and me like, I'm gonna give to people. I'm gonna show up, let me support. But the other part of it today being like, Think Unbroken now is about giving to the world, right? To create massive change. And so I was thinking again a couple months ago about giving. When's the last time I really gave? And I do feel like I give every single day. Think Unbroken. This podcast, the coaching, the mentorship, getting ready to launch my men's group. And that will come soon. I'll tell you guys about that soon. But Wednesday night, I went to a charity fundraiser and I watched this amazing group of people raise, and I was a part of it, obviously. We raised almost $50,000 for homeless young adults in the Denver area. And that was for an organization called Dry Bones. And I had a conversation with one of the co-founders after the event. We're standing there talking, and he was saying, one of the things that people fail to understand is that there are 11-year-olds who are homeless. And I was like, yeah, dude, I get it. I was one of them. I remember being homeless. I remember getting bounced house to house. I remember sleeping in an abandoned house at points when I was a kid. I remember stealing food from school. And I remember, the whole nine. And I felt really beautiful to be able to give. Now, that was monetarily in that moment, to be honest with you, but it still felt good. And then the other parts of this journey over the last few months is becoming a big brother and starting to do mentorship and volunteering at other places in the community. One of the things I think you need to understand is that when you give, like, I really want you to think about this. So many people sit at home and they go, man, I should go volunteer. Well, go volunteer, please. Please do. It doesn't always have to be monetary. Can it be? Sure, of course. I mean, I donate every month to OUR, Operation Underground Railroad. That's a part of what Think Unbroken does. We give them thousands of dollars a year to help rescue sex trafficking children victims, right? Like, I think about that all the time. That helps. Like, I can't go overseas at this moment and do that. Maybe one day I can, but today I can give in that way. But in my community, I can give my time. I can help feed homeless people. I can go to the charity fundraiser. I can help go at the Goodwill. And you can literally go volunteer at the Goodwill and just sort stuff, right? Because the Goodwill helps employ the community. There's so many things that you can do for giving that not only make your life better. And look, I'll be honest with you. People always go, you shouldn't make you shouldn't make giving and charity work and volunteerism about your ego. And to be honest with you, I'm like, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel really good about myself, really, really good. And so in that, I find that to be, I want to argue against that notion, because I feel like when you feel good about your life, you contribute more, you give more. And when you give more, you feel better. And so if you're on the fence about things, and maybe it's even your church's food pantry, maybe it's a local event, maybe it's just walking around with a petition, right? There's so many things that we can do to give. We spend so much time in this society taking or consuming and not supporting. I really want you to think about this. And I know this doesn't apply to everyone, but when was the last time that when you walked down the street and you crossed a path with someone who was homeless, that you made eye contact with them? We'll be right back, but I wanted to take a quick moment to tell you about the Think Unbroken 6-week trauma healing coaching program. If you go to coaching.thinkunbroken.com, that's coaching.thinkunbroken.com, you can sign up for the 6-week daily Think Unbroken trauma healing coaching program. In this program, we're going to go over the 6 principles of healing trauma, adaptation, understanding the impacts of trauma, how to become the hero of your own story, what to do next, and ultimately what it means to be unbroken. For more information about this 6-week coaching program, which you can download as an app on your phone and take with you everywhere, no matter where you are in the world, it's interactive. It's built about giving you practical tools tools that you can use in real time. And if you're ready for what's next in your life, go to coaching.thinkunbroken.com. Again, that's coaching.thinkunbroken.com. Now let's get back to the show. Think about that. Another human being. Maybe a lot of the times they're not asking you for anything. They're just there and having their life experience. When's the last time you acknowledged them? When's the last time you and the family went and did Habitat for Humanity? When's the last time you and the partner, you and the boyfriend or the girlfriend, went to the charity drive or did the canned good drive? You have the ability to do this. And sometimes you can build these things from scratch. I ran a charity event years ago called Cocktails with Santa, which I'm actually going to bring back. I'm going to do that this year as we head into the latter half of 2022, where basically I started a charity fundraiser and all the money went to a food bank, and I hired a Santa, and all these adults came in and they drank and they took pictures with Santa because you know what? They're going to drink anyway. So we might as well take their money and use it for something good. And so we did a can drive and a charity fundraiser and the whole nine. But also think about this for a minute. It doesn't have to be that involved. Your neighbor might need help. Meals for Wills might need help. You're already in your car all day anyway. And look, I'm not saying you have to volunteer. That's not what this is. But I am saying this. Volunteer, giving, spending your time, effort, energy, and money for the betterment of the world, I promise you will make you feel better. And so I just want to plant a little seed for you today. If you're feeling on the fence or you've contemplated this idea about volunteer work or showing up or helping in your community or your church or your school, there's schools right now, they need mentors. And if you're like, hey, I don't go to work till 11 o'clock in the morning, or I get off at 2 in the afternoon, and there's a space, you could go impact a child's life in a beautiful way. There's so much that you can do. And this isn't a conversation that I'm trying to have to be all high and mighty, because I promise you, I did not do any fucking volunteer or charity work for a very long time. I would sit on the couch. I watch these documentaries, right? I watch these documentaries about these people changing lives. And I'd be like, oh, that's cool for them. Good for them. And then I was like, wait, what if I did it too? Can I do that too? Am I allowed to do that? You're allowed to do this. You're allowed to change people's lives. You're allowed to show up in your community, for your church, for your school, for anything that you want. And I just wanted to plant a little seed for you today and share that with you and just make you think about something today. What if you gave a little bit more? It doesn't have to be money, but maybe it's time. Maybe it's just showing up. Because you showing up, honestly, and I think about some of the people who've shown up over the course of my life, you showing up could be the difference between success and failure for someone else, because sometimes people need your voice. So that said, Unbroken Nation, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you're having an amazing Unbroken day. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend. And until next time, my friends, be unbroken. I'll see you. Unbroken Nation, hope that you just got a tremendous amount of value from today's episode. I want to know what you think. Please do me a favor and review, rate, and share the episode with 3 friends on social media today. It would mean the world if you did, because ultimately at the end of the day, creating community and connection is how we heal generational trauma in the world. And I need your help to do that, Unbroken Nation. So if you're on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you are, please like, comment, share, review. I want to know not only what you like about the show, but how I can make the show better, how I can make this further about helping you on your healing journey. So do me a favor, and when you do, shoot me a screenshot of you making the review to my DM at Michael Unbroken on Instagram, so that I can have a conversation with you, say hi, and more importantly, so I can share it with the Unbroken Nation. Thank you so much, my friend. Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of live coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program.